Good morning, nerds. I have heard a lot of mixed reviews on the job action trailer for Dawntrail, and so I'm going to check it out for myself, obviously, because I can't just go off of what everyone else said. But there have been a few changes and adjustments that not everyone is happy about, so let's see if I pick them up and if they're really all that bad. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember a lot of these abilities from when I last played at max level, but it looks pretty cool. I don't remember if all of the gauges are the same either, but I do like the ability that has the cherry blossoms. Not sure what it's called, if you guys can help me out with that. And I also think it's really cute that all of the job stones were in like the little container. That was kind of neat. So there, I liked all of the swords. For me, a tank that's actually sword and board just makes the most sense. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's just like, to me, that's kind of resembles what a tank should be. It was kind of the same thing when I played Overwatch. You had to have your actual barrier. You had to have a tank that had a shield, and anything else was just strange. So obviously Warrior is next, but I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought those swords were really cool, but the graphics for everything else were kind of meh to me. But at the same time, it is a tank, and I don't keep all of my effects on anyway, so... Okay, that was awesome because it was like Hulk smash. It's like, you know how some of the job quests, especially for Warrior, are kind of like cheesy. I mean, that one was literally, you were crushing the ground, throwing up rocks, or like having this big orb around your axe and hitting stuff. That is actually kind of funny after having to literally smash rocks for your quests. So you got to see a little bit of Oscar beating me up there. But that one was cool for Astrologian. I don't actually recall that gauge. I believe the way the gauge looked when I was playing Astrologian. Now, I never leveled one to max level, but when I was starting to level it, it was like one big circle that had like one card in it or something like that. And you had to try to have a rotation to get a certain card. I don't exactly remember, so fill me in on what those changes are, because that's different. So I love Dancer. I feel like everything about Dancer is really beautiful, very fluid. The movement is really, really cool. It just reminds me of, martial arts, obviously. But I can't stand that something so beautiful and something that was so hyped and that everyone was so excited about was a, physical ranged that is more support than anything else. I'm, like Chad, and I like to do damage, so... Says the bard player. Okay, so I love Reaper. This is one that I have not even touched. I was really, really, really excited about Reaper and Sage when they came out, and I just didn't have the time to really pursue leveling them. And I'd heard that even the class quests were really good. But the thing that I love, which is probably the smallest thing here, is that the flames on the gauge look like that old, like, pixel Final Fantasy from Nintendo. That was really cool to me. Okay, that was hilarious. Like, I would be more about machinist if there wasn't the flamethrower. Yes, thank you. So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm way more into like high fantasy than like sci-fi or anything like that. And so Magitech is like a really make or break thing for me, or just like any tech in a game at all. It has to be done really well, or else I just cannot play it. I just can't. And Final Fantasy, for me, like just all of the games in the series and in like those universes have always been kind of on the brink. And one of the things that I think is cool is the steampunk machinist abilities. All of the bullets going up and then like hitting, like the saw blade. That everything looks like your character is from a Western, or at least like that's what it looks like before you do your own glamour and whatnot. But the flamethrower gets me. I don't know. I just, it legitimately made me laugh. Like that was an actual laugh when it came up. You guys couldn't hear it because I was muted, but I chuckled. So. So I think Ninja is my favorite so far. I have not leveled far enough to see any of the gauges, so I don't know if those are different. But just like spinny moves and like just the movement that Ninja has, I've always found absolutely incredible. So I think my favorite so far is probably Ninja, but I'm assuming that Gunbreaker will change my mind. I'm sorry, even with all of the big spells that are like very Final Fantasy-esque, I can't do Black Mage. It is what it is, but I mean, you moved once. Okay, I will be playing Dawntrail literally just for Viper. Like, I would play all of Dawntrail as a Viper. This is so cool. This is like the best of Ninja and Dragoon put together. It's like the Ninja speed and movability, and then like the Dragoon abilities and flying through the air. And did he blink? He totally blinked. Like, I have to watch this one again. This is incredible. This is so cool. Like, I will literally just be wanting to level Viper and be playing the whole story, the whole MSQ as Viper somehow. I don't, like, this is so cool. It's so fast. And I love how they have it right after Black Mage. Look at how much you can just stand there. Look at how much you can move. This is so cool. Like, I would keep all of my effects on for this. I would. Okay, like, what, dude? This is so crazy. So now, my top 3 are Viper, then White Mage, then Ninja. How crazy is that? Although, I do feel like they really set this up for all of the, like, lily, crazy colors, cherry blossom petals, and they put you in a flower field. Like, how could you not think that this was gorgeous with the environment that they set up? Wait a minute, I thought they were previously trying not to have Monk be complicated, and then they made a bunch of changes that people said made it feel better, but less, like, advanced, and now, I mean, have there always been 3 separate gauges that you need to fill with then, like, a timer, a countdown or something? What is going on here? It looks like a lot of fun, honestly. I would love to challenge myself with this and see if all of these things really are separate or if things deplete from the gauge together for abilities. I haven't looked at the notes, but this looks fun. I don't have a ton to say here, except I've always really liked Dark Knight. From all of the jobs that I had leveled up, Dark Knight for the quest was my favorite. I believe it was written by the same person who wrote Shadowbringers, which was also, in my opinion, like the height of 14 storytelling. But I also just love that one of your abilities is you literally fight with, like, your dark passenger. And it reminds me a lot of Dexter as well. Wow, words. But no, I think that's awesome. I love Bard. I think Bard's gorgeous. I'm ready to do some actual damage and play Viper. Take my Vuln stacks to be able to have as much damage as possible. Not worry as much about supporting the rest of the party. I know that's like a Black Mage and Samurai thing, and that's the joke, but I'm so excited about Viper. I love Bard, I do, but like, I might be a Viper main. Okay, cool. Not as cool as Viper. I understand the whole collecting stickers thing. I understand the flavor. It's okay. I mean, I think the most fun is trying to name, like, all of the abilities, like Kingdom Bane. Like, that's the most fun. That's the most fun I get out of Samurai. Not that I dislike Scholar. I think all of the abilities are really cool. I like that it's, you know, the break off choosing between like Summoner, Scholar, whatever. But even in the job action trailer, just seeing the fairies sit there, I don't know, man. Oh, here we go. The other new one. Let's see what pictomancer. Oh my gosh, you actually paint. You. What? Oh, that is so cool. You're literally like throwing paint at this. Like, what? Oh, this is so cool. Like, this is so cool. And then the gauge is like the easel thing. Yeah. Or not. What is it called? Palette. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You make a hammer and you hammer color at it. This is so... Like, what are the class quests for this? Does this even fit? Check this out, babe. Yeah, like that color palette. It reminds me a lot of, Master Matoya. When you have to go into that dungeon, with Master Matoya. Not Stola, like the Master Matoya. I believe that was in Shadowbringers. Or after Shadowbringers? Post-patch content? Regardless, this is cool. I don't know if it fits. I don't know if it fits the rest of... But it's cool! It's awesome. I love Gunbreaker. The nods to FF8 are just incredible. Okay, so I think probably my top now would be Viper, White Mage, Reaper, and Gunbreaker. Then Ninja. Ninja's still top 5, but yeah. Those are it. That was a lot of fun. Let me know what your guys' favorites were, what you think about the changes. Again, I haven't read those notes, and I will see you at the next one.